Hello from Myrtle Beach. Today we are at Broadway at the beach. We are going to give you a full tour, show you what's new and everything they have to offer. Hi, I'm Carmen. If you're new here, we cover everything Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area. And if you're a return viewer, thanks so much for watching and welcome back. So we're starting today somewhere different than we usually do. We're here in the Avenue area where a lot of bar restaurants and entertainment are located. So you've got Bar Louie that we just passed. We also have Dave & Buster's over here on the left, which is massive. It's a huge arcade, restaurant, bar, all kinds of stuff to do in there. We've got the Wonders Theater, which is a fantastic magic show. We actually have a video on that. You should check that out. And then as we go around the corner here, we also have Wahlburgers over to the left, the NFL Hall of Fame attraction, Crocodile Rocks, that's a dueling piano bar. And then we also have the Hard Rock Cafe up here on the end, and American Tap House on the other side. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. We're going to take you all the way around Broadway and, like I said, show you everything that's new and everything that's happening. As we come out of the Avenue, there's still a lot of bars and restaurants in this area. As you can see, you've got Charlie's. You also have Fat Tuesdays over to my right. And then another popular restaurant and bar here is Senior Frogs. And we've got Wet Willie's just beyond that. So those are all sort of on the bar end of the spectrum, as well as some of them have food. And then coming up here on our right, just across from Wet Willie's, is the ice cream candy store. That's a fairly new store, opened maybe a couple years ago now. And if you've already been in It's Sugar, it's similar. They have candy, they have ice cream, all kinds of sweet treats. If you're looking for something sweet, you'll be able to find it there. And then if you do like sweets, like I mentioned, there's also It's Sugar. That's a large store that we will pass as we're going around. There are a lot of stores here, as you can see. Broadway is an entertainment district that has bars, restaurants, shopping, entertainment, shows, all of that kind of stuff. And it's all conveniently located. If you're curious, there's Ron John's Surf Shop. It is about 1.25 miles all the way around. So it is big, and that's if you just walk the interior. That's not even walking the outside. And there's also attractions that are just outside of this main area, like across the street, that kind of thing. And so there's a lot to do in this area for sure. Here's Landry's, and they do have some outdoor seating here. So if you're looking for somewhere to eat outside, they've got it. And we've got Extreme Pizza coming up here. And here's a nice view looking back over the lake. Broadway surrounds the lake. They do have speedboat rides, like those boats that you see right there. Also on this side, you've got these swan boat rides. There's some people out there using them today. And then coming up here is WonderWorks. WonderWorks is a large sort of edutainment, lots of entertainment mixed with educational stuff. Definitely a family-friendly attraction. We've taken our nephews there. It was a lot of fun. We've also got this outdoor rope course right across from WonderWorks. It is affiliated with WonderWorks, or it used to be. I assume it still is. And WonderWorks does have a rope course on the inside as well, so that's nice when it's blazing hot or when it's raining. We definitely recommend WonderWorks as a good rainy day activity if you have kids. Also, we've got this awesome Ferris wheel, and this side is Pavilion West. That's what they call it. That is this section of rides. They also have a lot of family-friendly rides on this side. So again, if you've got kids, this is the section of the rides you're probably going to want to head for. There's also Pavilion Central, but that has more thrill rides. I'll show you that as well as we go around. Let's take a look at some of these rides though while we're here. So you've got the classic carousel. You've got a drop tower, but it's a small drop tower by most people's standards. You've got this cute little balloon ride. There's the Myrtle Turtle in the background. That's a kiddie roller coaster. And then you've got the Seaside Swing and a few spinner rides, like, again, kid-friendly rides. So this is definitely a good place for that kind of thing. Popcorn smells good. It smells really good. We get a lot of questions about old-time portraits. There's actually a couple of these places here at Broadway. And then here's the Kentucky Mist Distillery, also on the newer end of the spectrum. It's been there, maybe 3 years now. So it's a new-ish place here at Broadway. Over here we got a t-shirt shop, a Ben & Jerry's, and then the Vintage House, which is a large place with gifts and collectible items. Pretty cool if you're into that kind of thing. They've even got t-shirts and stuff like that as well. And then right after that is the Social Coffee Shop. They have indoor and outdoor seating, and it's a local coffee shop, and it replaced what used to be a Starbucks, and I'll show you the Starbucks new location in a few minutes. And then that used to be the Liberty Tree Tavern. That has been closed for some time. That actually closed before the thing that caused most things to close. That's been closed a long time. So we're hoping something big will come in there soon and fill that gap. Got a cigar shop. Savannah Bee Company is very popular. And then Bird's Famous Cookies up here is another popular place, and that is fairly new. That opened about a year or so ago. And then Retroactive is one of our favorite stores. Now this is on this side of Broadway, it's the 90s, 2000s, and today. We like went on the other side, which is like the 70s and 80s. Nothing against these generations, but for us the nostalgia is really further back into the 70s and 80s. A little bit of 90s too, but got a Build-A-Bear workshop, always popular. I just took a right past the Build-A-Bear, and this is Pavilion Central. This is where the thrill rides are. And there is a classic swings ride, and there is a spinner, like it's sort of a Himalaya style ride. It's not called that, but it's similar. So there are a couple of rides that, you know, the whole family could do, but for the most part, this is the thrill ride section. This is one of Brian's favorites over here, the Beast. I'm actually shocked they're not going right now. It's definitely time for them to be open. Maybe no one wants to ride at the moment, but it's one of his favorites. He's ridden that many, many, many times. Got this giant slide, like I said, the classic swings. Got rock and roll in the back. That's the one that I said is a sort of Himalaya style spinner ride. You've got that, which is very similar to a Gravitron. And then that really tall ride you can see way up there, that's Speed XXL, and that goes upside down. It swings you around on that really long arm, and you can see the ocean from that ride. I've had that confirmed by Brian. And then there's another spinner over there where you kind of lay down and fly like Superman, which is pretty cool. And just outside of Pavilion Central, here's It's Sugar. And that's the place I mentioned earlier. And we also have the Quiet Storm Surf Shop, which is popular. And across the way is the Mole. Coming up here on the right is the Popland store. This is really popular. If you're into collecting Funko Pops, this is definitely a place you don't want to miss. And I have quickly shown this store, but I have not gone inside and filmed, so I'm going to do that because we had a request for that. So whoever asked, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. I hope you see this because here you go. It is literally just Funko Pops as far as the eye can see. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, and I'm sure you would like me to go much slower, but it's not a Funko Pop video, it's a Broadway video, so I'm just gonna do a quick tour here, show a few of the things that they have. Oh, Lincoln Park, that's funny. But they definitely have like everything. I mean, if you were looking for one, this is a place you definitely want to come and check out because I'm only showing a small part of it. They've got all kinds of stuff here. And then back out here we have Yamoto. That is an incredibly popular restaurant here. They are only open in the evening though, so keep that in mind. Another popular restaurant here is Sweet Carolina's, Low Country Grill and Smokehouse. And we're passing the Fudgery, which again, that's always popular. Everybody loves fudge. And if you like fudge, leave us a comment below and let us know. And if you don't like fudge, let us know too, because I'd love to know who doesn't love fudge. To me, it's very addictive, but very rich, of course. And then we have Molly's Sweet Creamery. There's several different ice cream shops around here. Got Christmas at the Beach. And We Are Sweets. And they have the saltwater taffy, and you can always smell it coming out the door. It smells so good. But we like Christmas at the Beach too. It's fun to Christmas shop year-round. If you like Christmas year-round, let us know. We don't decorate year-round, but we certainly like shopping for Christmas year-round. Here's Tiki Gems, which is a massive, massive gift shop. Got a cup store. House of Style. Those pineapples look good. Get a fresh pineapple drink. Here's the Simpsons 4D Theater. That is a sort of like a motion type 4D show. If you've been in those before, you know what I'm talking about. But also I want to point out the Quickie Mart. The Quickie Mart is their gift shop. So it's open. You don't have to have a ticket to get in there, and it is brilliantly themed. If you're a Simpsons fan, definitely check that out. And then over here, the show this summer is the Anthems of Rock. It was here last year. And so they are open for the summer season now, and you can see all the bands that they cover. So lots and lots of great classic bands. It's a show that Brian and I have talked about checking out. We're waiting to see if they get a matinee because we're more matinee people, and right now it's in the evening. Like today's showtime, 7 p.m. If you missed our announcement video, this is going to be a big deal. So I am right across from the Hangout. This is going to be PopStroke, which is a huge, massive putt-putt, dining, entertainment, bar, everything in one big entertainment complex. If you're not familiar with PopStroke, it is a chain that is partially owned by Tiger Woods, and they said he would be involved in designing the putt-putt course. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we will definitely keep you posted. Stay tuned for more videos as this progresses. So as part of this construction, they have put up these nice construction walls. I don't know if they'll continue those all the way around, but this is new since our last video, these pretty blue walls. So that looks really good. And then over here is the new Key West shops. These are new to Broadway at the Beach. They've opened the last couple of years. So there's Pura Vida. And then this large building is the Hangout, and we'll go inside that and check it out in just a minute. And also further down, we've got more Key West shops. And also this is the location that the guest services has moved to. It used to be at Pavilion Central. Now it is over here. So if you need guest services, this is where you want to come. Here's the inside of the Hangout that I showed you. I just want to show you how massive it is. 2 stories, indoor, outdoor bar, outdoor seating area, and it has a massive gift shop too. Here's a closer view of the guest services I mentioned earlier. We've got Insomnia Cookies. And we do have a video featuring these Key West shops, so if you want to check those out in more detail, just look at our channel and we cover those. And then the Starbucks opened fairly recently. We did show them right after they opened, but that is brand new here. It just opened, I think, 2 or 3 weeks ago, so that's breaking news for sure. And then up here on the right, we have the classic carousel. And this is from the original pavilion in Myrtle Beach. So if you know Myrtle Beach history, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's a very old carousel, very cool. And then one of you actually told me this recently, that this flip-flop shop had already closed. And I am so surprised because it seemed like a good idea, but they're absolutely right. There is nothing inside now. Also brand new is this Teal Nation store. This started out as a hammock store, but it never really opened, I don't think. And now it is a Teal Nation store. And we are down to the Hampton Inn. We do have a couple of videos on this Hampton Inn, and we do recommend staying here. We stayed here multiple times. You can't beat it because you end up with this great view of all of Broadway at the beach. You can look over the lake if you have a lakeside view room, which those do cost a little more, but I recommend paying the difference. Or even if you're staying on the other side, saving a little bit of money, you still are right here at Broadway where you can walk to everything, and you're still only a little over a mile from the beach. And Myrtle Beach is a public beach, and so as are the state South Carolina beaches. So you can actually get to the beach even if you're not staying on the beach. You will have to drive, and depending on the time of the year, you will have to pay for parking, but it might be worth it, especially if you really enjoy the entertainment here at Broadway at the beach. Over in this section, we've got the Southern Living store, which is fairly new, and then a staple here with the lighthouse, of course, is Margaritaville. Here's a view back across the lake at the Hangout that we toured, and over here is dinosaurs. And then Ripley's Aquarium, the entrance is actually on the other side. I'll show you that. But I wanted to mention it because they do have a new sloth exhibit that will be opening any day now. I have talked to their employees. They say April. I've heard mid-April. I've heard late April. So by the time this video is out, there's a good chance it will be open. We will be doing a full tour of the aquarium, including the sloth habitat once that opens. So definitely subscribe to our channel so you won't miss that, because we will definitely cover that as soon as it opens. Also wanted to mention, down on Ocean Boulevard, Ripley's has several other attractions. They have the Ripley's Believe It or Not, which is just a huge, interesting museum of sorts. They have the Mirror Maze, and they are switching out their 5D theater for something called Illusion Labs. And they are also retheming their Haunted Adventure to be like a 1928 murder mystery. And finally, they're adding a indoor putt-putt attraction that's supposed to have like putt-putt zip lines and all kinds of stuff. It sounds crazy. It's going to have a bar. So again, once those open, we will definitely go there and cover those for you. So again, stay tuned for more new stuff from Myrtle Beach. Great shot across the way of the Ferris wheel. This is the entrance to the aquarium, and so this is one thing I wanted to show you. Get here early. They open at 9. Most people don't realize that. They open before the rest of Broadway does. So if you don't want to stand in a line like this to get your tickets, get here early in the morning. And another tip, Sunday morning is a good one. It's a little less crowded on Sunday mornings for some reason. All right, a little shade here, which is welcome. It's pretty warm today. Beautiful view though out over the lake. We've got quite a few stores here. We've got Palmetto Paradise. We've got Splash, which is bath and body. A t-shirt shop. Handmade knives, and that's actually a fairly new store, a couple years old now. And down at the end, when we get down, you'll see the other retroactive store. That's the one from the 70s and 80s. And then Ben & Jerry's, which is always popular. And then a very popular restaurant here. A lot of you have said you've enjoyed it. The Paula Deen's Family Kitchen. Another fairly new place is the Jester's Anime. And then we've got Toys-R-Us up here and the Stupid Company. And it is getting really crowded. It's not that late in the day, but definitely a lot of people here today. Got a second fudgery, Claire's, Caraloha's, and Del Sol. And it's funny because we always see the Caraloha and Del Sol when we cruise. So you don't have to cruise, you can just come to Myrtle Beach. I know one of you asked me if Ride Makers is still around. It definitely is. They are open for business. And then we've got a leggings store. And then a little bit of old news, but in case you haven't been here in a while and you haven't seen our recent videos, the Key West Grill has closed a long, long time ago. It's still closed. And right next to it, the Johnny Rockets closed as well and has been closed for some time. And also the Johnny Rockets at Barefoot Landing has closed as well. So if you're looking for Johnny Rockets, don't come to the Myrtle Beach area. It is no more here, sadly. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed when they did the dancing outside and stuff. Then we've got Rooster's Restaurant and Bar right here. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.